Hi, I'm feminasty Erin Gibson.
Hi, I'm homosexual Bryan Selfie.
And this is Attitudes.
LGBT plus issues.
Gender issues.
Pop culture.
If it's hot in my mouth, you better believe it's hot outside.
Can you handle it? You got a warm mouth today, Erin? You got a hot, cheesy mouth? Flamin' hot mouth?
Flamin' Hot Cheetos, I had to sue them because the way that their chips taste are how my mouth is at all times.
Hang on.
If you stand near me, you're like, oh, someone just opened a bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos. And then I get fucking pissed because I'm like, that was my breath. That is my DNA in those chips. I don't even know how they got it. I mean, it is Frito-Lay, so we all know is it in Fort Worth?
Probably.
Yeah. So
isn't that, FL, Fort Worth.
You know, when you go through Fort Worth, you don't know what they're going to do to you.
No. Fort Worth, people from Fort Worth, by the way, cannot stand people in Dallas, just so everyone's aware. Even though you're flying into Dallas, Fort Worth, there's a big distinction between those two places.
Yeah. One is hardcore Texas and the other one is also hardcore Texas.
That's exactly right.
But they're different.
One has a little more money than the other.
Dallas has more money.
Yes.
I do say, and I've said it before, the thrift shopping in Dallas is amazing because they made all the money in the 80s. And so you've got cocaine furniture, you've got chrome, you've got big shoulder pads, you've got silks, you've got patterns.
You know, and I forget what they're calling that fashion trend. The Cut had an article about it, about how like the 80s overdoing everything is coming back. Like the glam. It's like maximalism, but it's called something. It's like yup yup or something like this.
Oh, I love yup yup. Yeah, yup yup.
Yup yup, which is like yuppie fashion or something. But it's this idea. It's basically
is it really called
fashion.
yup yup?
It's not called yup yup, but it's something like boom boom, boop boop. I don't know. But boom boom. I think it's called boom boom fashion, meaning like boomer fashion. Yes, I think it's called boom boom. But it's like 80s, like dynasty, lot of makeup, shoulder pads.
I have to show you something.
Please.
I have to show you something on that tip. I hope you'll enjoy this.
Okay, I hope she just left her computer. I really hope this takes less than 15 minutes. Because Erin famously is not interested in a radio-friendly program.
Listen,
she's a visual.
We're talking about the 80s. We're talking about boom boom fashion. I'm not sure this counts.
Okay.
But I got this in a thrift store in Vancouver.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, boom boom.
So
show me.
I'm gonna show it to you in levels like how the internet used to load in the 90s.
Oh, like Super Mario. Okay.
Yes.
Mario.
Okay. So
Mario.
it's a baseball tee. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So far, it looks like the Austrian flag.
Look who it is.
Oh, Garfield.
Garfield making a snow Garfield. But that's not it. Cute. It's a nightgown. This is my new nightgown. Okay?
That's great. I would probably not call this boom boom. They don't make them cooler than me. That's what the t-shirt says of Garfield making a snowman.
Wouldn't you fuck me wearing that?
The true narcissism, by the way, of Garfield to make a snowman of himself. That is real, like, Stalin.
Oh, that is boom boom.
Coded.
Do you know what I mean? That is boom boom.
I guess you're right. If we really pay attention to it, that is
Did
boom,
you
boom.
like Garfield growing up?
Here was my issue. I thought he was lazy. I thought he was
not wrong.
Mean.
Yeah.
And I thought he was a bully. To that, I really related, not even to Odie, I related to John. Wasn't that his name? I literally, even as a child, related to John. Like
you were like, nobody understands this man. He's doing all the work.
Overwhelmed by his dog, ridiculed by his cat. Mm-hmm. But I did have a Garfield sleeping bag. And
so did I. Was it yellow?
Might have been.
Okay.
To this day, I don't know why my parents got me it. Because there were no indications I liked Garfield. And my brother got a Star Wars sleeping bag, which I was so jealous of. And
you would have rather had a Star Wars sleeping bag than a Garfield?
Yeah, because I loved Princess Leia and related. And honestly, I did. I loved her. I thought she was so cool.
Well, this is why I'm always telling you, you've got to grow your hair out. Just at least so you can do the side buns.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
You're not wrong. I mean, that's why I go to, do you think it's easy taking bobby pins and putting 2 Cinnabons on the side of your head every day?
No.
Or at least for important business meetings?
I keep telling you shouldn't put them on with the icing on top already. Especially in this heat.
This is how sexy Carrie Fisher is. The natural essence of her is so sexy and cool. True, wearing a tent with a belt.
Yeah.
And those 2 cinnamon buns. And she just exudes confidence and sexiness.
Yes. Although I believe that George Lucas stole that from the Hopi people, that hairstyle.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
I think the whole goddamn thing is a ripoff.
Please name something not stolen in the United States. I would love to hear about it.
Something not stolen in the U.S. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
Yeah. Me neither.
Look at this hairstyle. I just stole this off of a old witch.
Look at this hairstyle. I stole this off of a 2nd grader. I think my hair has been the same since I was like 5.
Well, let's change it up. What do you want to do? Front
Nothing. When
highlights?
It's the short, what can you do? I definitely do.
Oh, you can do so much. We could shave panels out and then dye them the color of the pride flag.
Like this is pushing all my hair forward, and then this is pushing all of it back.
If you grew it out long, wouldn't it be wavy? Yes. I want you to look like Nuno Betancourt from Extreme.
I can't. It's so funny you say that because I'm literally staring at a picture of him I glued onto my wall.
That's
on the
inspo?
top it says hair inspo.
Hair inspo, yeah.
Nice.
Because I know when you're like, I need a new look. It's the softest acoustic guitar player of the 80s.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Erin, what's happening in Canada? What's the latest?
Oh, I have made the mistake one too many times telling people I'm an American, but they ask where I'm from. And what am I supposed to say? I'm supposed to lie?
They really ask where you're from? That's such a personal
well, they'll
question.
be like, do you live in Vancouver? And I'm like, well, first of all, I'm like,
well, what are we doing here? Do you say that?
I'm like, can I just buy this Garfield nightgown, please?
What am I doing in Vancouver? I don't know. Taking an unnecessary step up into every store I go to?
That's Toronto.
Oh.
The fucking 2-inch half step.
Is that for snow?
No one's been able to. I found a Reddit thread. No one knows.
If it's for snow, it's a good idea.
Sure, but 2 inches, doesn't it snow quite a lot more there?
Well, but you could bang your boot on that thing. Oh,
you could.
My new song. Bang your boot on that thing.
And it's about people who like to be jerked off by other people's feet, but with shoes on.
Wearing boots.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What's the chorus? What's the whole chorus? I cut you off.
Oh. Do you want to get titty fucked? No. Do you want to get foot fucked? Moi's listening. What if I put a boot on my feet? Moi's listening. Moi's listening. A boot fuck your dick till you get sick. Listening. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, a small nod to the B-52s at the end.
On the door, baby.
Again, everything in America is stolen.
Can I be honest with you? I would be fine never listening to Love Shack again. And I love the B-52s. I want to listen to other songs. That one, I'm done.
You want to listen to Topaz. You're like, why can't we put that one? Yeah.
Give me Rock Lobster. There are plenty others. I'm done with Love Shack.
How long would it take you? Like, this is like when I drank bourbon in high school out of a coffee mug, and then I threw up for 3 days and I never wanted bourbon again, but then I had it last week. Like, what's your throw up to try again for Love Shack?
I don't remotely understand the question.
How long between the last moment you could stand Love Shack?
It's already occurred.
Until you think you can listen to it and enjoy it again.
I
10
don't think
years?
I want to listen to that song ever again in my life.
Oh. Okay.
I really mean it.
Okay. Well, I hope the entire...
I'd rather listen to Silent Night. I would. I mean, if I'm being... Can I be honest here?
You'd rather...
Or Coming to America by Neil Diamond. I'd rather listen to that.
Not the theme song to the Eddie Murphy movie?
Honestly.
That's Living in America.
Recently?
I'm so sorry.
I watched it on the plane recently. So fucking funny.
I think I saw it 3 years ago and laughed my ass off.
It is so funny.
I know.
I saw a very unfunny movie yesterday.
Oh, really?
First of all, I have
Was it supposed to be funny and it's not funny?
No, it's not funny and it's not supposed to be funny.
Oh, okay.
And our dear friend Jesse wanted me to take him for his birthday. And I was like, this is a real party. It's called Drop Dead City. and it's about the financial crisis of New York City in the 70s. It was actually very interesting, but at the same time, I was like, this is not, oh my God. And
for Jesse's happy birthday, jeans, but also.
Yeah.
That?
There were only 3 rows in the theater, and it was like a 55-inch television. I'm not kidding.
So it was someone's living room?
It was basically a private screening of this movie on VHS, basically. And every single, we were the first ones in the theater, and then the theater was packed. By that, I mean, there were, I think, 11 or 12 people there, but every seat was taken. And every single person who walked in goes, I've never seen a theater like this, every single one.
What was the theater?
The IFC. The person in front of me, Erin, took off her sandals, put her feet on the floor of the barefoot.
No.
On the floor of this movie theater, and then in the seat, and then on the floor. And she was sitting right in front of me. It was one of the most nauseating things I've ever seen.
You literally have on sandals. But you already have on sandals. Where is the comfort that you need? What more do you need?
I actually think the floor of the subway is cleaner than the floor of a movie theater. I can't think of anything more disgusting.
Oh my God.
It was wild. And so I couldn't get over that. And I thought to myself,
was she enamored? How can I ask the age?
60s. I think she thought it was experiential. Like, I think she thought we were all in New York in the 70s when the sanitation workers went on strike and there was garbage piled up for like weeks. I think she thought that's the era we were in.
So like honestly, like what qu'est-ce que le diff?
Correct.
If I put my dirty feet up here. Also, exactly. Let me tell you what the barfiest thing in the world is in New York City in the summertime. Mm-hmm. Flip-flops and sandals in an asphalt city. If you want to see your feet the most disgusting they'll ever look, then go ahead. Yeah. Wear flip-flops in New York. Do it. I dare you.
Horrifying. Anyone who wears an open-toed anything in New York is revolting.
What's wrong with you?
It's so great. And it's usually guys who do it. And it's so absolutely disgusting.
I wore flip-flops once in New York City, and I've never made the mistake again.
See?
Fool me once. Shame on flip-flop. Fool me twice. Once. Yeah.
I also have a pretty good story for you, but it didn't happen to me.
Please tell me.
A friend of mine was telling me they had just moved to the States to go to college and knew English, but like didn't know really pop culture here very well. Like didn't know the movies, didn't know the music that much. And they were invited to
couldn't talk about Ace Ventura.
It's not Ace Ventura.
No, but that...
I'm not talking about Ace Ventura, although I am friends with him.
Okay. Just
I'm friends with his butt.
Yes, yes.
That's who I communicate with because it's actually a little chiller than Ace Ventura himself.
Yes, that's what people don't know. That if you can just hang out with his butt, you're in for
it's a better conversation.
You're in for a cool time, actually.
It is so cool. So anyway, that was a separate dinner, but they were telling me how like they were invited to a party and they were like, no, I just want to stay home and watch something light. And so they turned on a movie that they thought was about a romantic comedy about a woman choosing between two men. And they were also in a very depressed place. They made this assumption by the fact that there were like two men on the movie cover and a woman. They watched the movie and said it put them into the deepest depression of their lives and that it was not a romantic comedy.
Okay.
And he was like, but by the title, I thought it was about a woman.
Was it The English Patient?
Choosing between two men. Honey, it was Sophie's Choice. It was like 99 cents on iTunes at the time because this was way back when. And I go, why didn't you stop watching it? And he goes, well, I wanted to see how it was ending. I thought it would pick up. Honey,
no.
He thought Sophie's Choice was the choice between two men for this lady.
First of all, sexist.
Agreed.
Second of all, is there nowhere in the world where this person's first language had the description of Sophie's Choice? Like, could this not be researched?
It truly shocked me to my core. And I go, you stuck with it? By the way, it's a great movie. You stuck with it? And he goes, well, yeah, sure. I just wanted to see how it turned out, but it really didn't cheer me up. And I go,
you watch once and you never forget it.
Do you know what the new measure of a psychotic person is? Sophie's Choice cheered me up. I go, if it had cheered you up, I don't think we would, I don't know what would be happening here. I don't. Really upsetting to me.
Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine they had been like, yeah, it was a laugh riot. Watched it. Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Anyway.
Laughed my butt off. Because I was, and not good because I was with Ace Ventura.
I will also say here that it's like 66 degrees and everyone wants it to be summer so badly, but it's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
And so everyone is just
tank tops, but goosebumps.
Complete shorts, the pastiest legs you've ever, because everyone just wants it to happen so badly. And it really is like everywhere you turn, you're basically nauseated.
Cut to August, everyone being like, when is this going to be over?
Yeah, that's how it goes. No one's ever happy here.
That is exactly how it goes.
Which is why I fit right in.
Because you can't, no one's happy.
Exactly.
In New York City.
Exactly.
In New York City.
It feels like home.
Nobody's happy.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. By the way, we were going to rent a boat yesterday, which is very easy to do.
Fun.
They let you, do you know what they let you do in Vancouver?
Huh.
Drive a boat without a license.
You know, Michelle was actually telling me, and this is very different than driving. Was this like in the open sea?
Yeah.
So in Amsterdam, in the canals, when Michelle Collins was living there, she told me you don't need a license to like rent a canal boat or anything, even though they're motorized. You could just go on out into, I guess, the bay or somewhere and just ride around in a boat unlicensed.
Yeah. There's fucking humpback whales out here.
Yeah, I was going to say that's like whale central.
They don't care. They're like, oh, you're in Vancouver, then you should be driving a fucking boat. We're not going to put any obstacles in front of you to drive this 20-foot boat.
You want to know something hysterical that I just made up?
What?
It's so, well, it's really funny. Let me think of how I should start it. Okay. You know, antidepressants are ending up in the ocean because of us urinating them out. I hope it doesn't affect sperm whales because of the side effects, sexual side effects.
Oh, okay. Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. That is funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a thinker. No,
Wait, are antidepressants ending up in the oceans?
Probably. I mean, we're peeing them out constantly, but so is Propecia.
Is that why humpback
hairy animals?
Is that why humpback whales have all those front bangs now?
Correct. Hey, you're gonna die.
I hope not.
You know how people take Propecia all the time for hair growth?
Yeah.
Well, they're peeing it out of the oceans, and so now the humpback whales have bangs. Could you die?
If you steal my joke and use it for your show in Edinburgh, and I find out about it, I'm going to sue you. I need
everyone to sign a silent contract. If you're coming to Edinburgh, BryanSelfie.com. I'm performing July 30th to August 25th. Also, you can go to my link tree. And also, I'll be testing the show in New York at Union Hall. I have 2 dates
You're going to detest it?
I'm standing on stage in New York at Union Hall, July 17th and 19th, and just slamming my own show.
Wait, 17th and 19th, is that a Friday and Sunday?
I think it's a Thursday and Saturday.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's
5 p.m. on the Saturday show, by the way.
Oh,
but
yes.
I'm just testing
I
the ticket
love grandmother hours
because I just want to get a feel for stuff. So if you feel like coming out and supporting, I would love that.
What's great is you can come see the show and then go have dinner and still be home in time to go to bed at a decent hour.
Are you crazy? I'm seeing Peru Flores' show today at 6 p.m. What could be better?
I'm here for this new trend.
Me too.
This will make me go back out on the road again.
But if you do want to come to Edinburgh, tell any of your friends in the UK, I would absolutely love it.
And bring a coat because it's going to be
highs of like 65. It's going to be, but if it were in New York, everyone would already be wearing shorts.
Yes. Bring your tank top and your sweater.
Bring your bikinis.
Yes.
Your tankinis. Yeah.
We have some vault items that are coming out.
Honey.
Bryan. Oh, first, what's on for the bonus episode this week is this new thing we're doing.
Yes.
Episode 25, all tiers are getting this. Bob Mackie, Zsa Zsa Gabor workouts. Cannot wait to see all these.
Oh, I'm excited about that.
The Diane Thomas of home renovation, if you know, you know. And the worst acting auditions. Now that is going to be hard.
That's going to be hard.
But we're going to get through
by the way, a few of mine should be in there.
Yeah.
I mean, but talk about the clown from It. I mean, that should be in there.
Absolutely. And then we have a vault item, episode 93, chaotic first show of the Sushi to Casserole tour in Portland. I guess that was a crazy ass show. Do you remember how crazy that show was?
Honestly, that's hilarious.
What, Sushi to Casserole?
Yes, we must have been going, from the West Coast to the Midwest. We
polled the crowd on whether they prefer vaginal or clitoral stimulation. That's the city to do it in. I don't remember the answer, but I got to re-listen to it. Episode 93, it's there for you. And then you can get the first act of our video episodes every week free on YouTube. Just find us by searching Attitudes Pod.
That's right.
Should we get into some shoes?
Let's do it.
Bryan, this issue will not be music to your ears. As a matter of fact, it's going to be Bummertown, USA.
No.
On par with Mozart's Requiem.
Wow.
If we're talking bad vibes.
Yeah.
Okay. So get a tissue for this issue.
I like that.
It's tough to be a female performer these days, and not just for the normal reasons. It's tough to be a woman, period, in the limelight. Let's all remind ourselves of how Jessica Simpson was treated after she dared to be a not size 2 on stage.
Right, and wear mom jeans. Remember that was that was a controversy that was like 2 weeks long that she wore quote mom jeans.
2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
People couldn't believe it. Acted like she was on death's door.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of this term, digital camera guy?
No, I don't like it.
Well, okay, I've never heard of it before, but Laura Snapes in The Guardian had this article, kind of little hit piece on these kind of dudes.
I'm referencing The Guardian today in my show. Are we international or what?
Yeah, well, listen, if you want to know what's really happening, ask an outsider.
I know.
What do you think is happening? Well, I see it this way. Yes, that's better than the information I'm getting. So she's basically pointing out the trend of creepy guys at concerts who were 10x zooming on female performers. So
who were what?
Like using their phones to
10xing.
Watch the concert through their cameras, but focusing on body parts.
I'm honestly, please.
Yeah.
You can get that online. Like, what are you doing?
And other people are watching you do it. Like there's
the
85
level of creep that you have to be.
I know. And it's men, and it's older men too. Mm-hmm. Men of a certain age going to concerts to capture female performers in a way that is unsavory, to say the least. Yeah. I remember, I think I mentioned.
And then are they trying to like sell that footage?
No. Just
for them?
Yeah.
I'm sick.
It's like, this is how women deserve to be consumed.
Right.
This is my right to consume this art in this perverted way.
As a pig, yeah.
Because this person has put themselves in a position to be
judged, scrutinized, sexualized.
Yeah. This isn't an artist. I refuse to see this person as an artist. This person is an object.
Right.
I remember, my friend took me to go see 2NE1 and K-pop band. They're a K-pop band.
Is that the sequel to Jillian on her 37th birthday? The Michelle Pfeiffer movie?
It's the prequel to 13 going on 30.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. And it was lateral move from 7.
Right.
Yeah.
It's so crazy that all those movies, if you look at it closely, they're all related.
Number 23.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a lucky number 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so true.
Ocean's 9.
13 Monkeys.
They're all the same. If you look at it, they're all the 21 grams, all the same movie.
All the same movie.
All the same movie.
2 women, 3 women. 5 easy pieces.
Yeah. 3 men and a baby.
Cheaper by the dozen. Very 7-coded.
Very 7-coded.
Yeah.
And all related to the K-pop group 2NE1.
Exactly.
But we sat next to a 50-year-old man who was just sitting there solo. And this was like 2013. So people weren't really like obsessively recording shows like they do now.
Right.
But had it been today's time, it totally have been zooming. It was
that's very
bizarre.
Because I don't know anyone, but I assume they're probably young.
Yep.
Yeah. Or were.
Yep. So anyway, for this article, Laura spoke to some young female and gender nonconforming acts and about these type of people and said that they hate seeing this guy in the audience, but they feel like they can't say anything about it because they're afraid of looking like assholes. And also mentioned that a friend of hers was at a show in London and watching a group called Wet Leg.
Oh, I actually really love Wet Leg.
Yeah. It's the two, I don't know how they identify. But,
I don't either.
Okay. 2 people. And at a Wet Leg concert, And this man was, through his phone, zooming in on their legs and asses during the show. Maybe he wanted to see if they were true to their name, if the legs are actually wet. Yeah, I think these guys definitely deserve the benefit of the doubt, for sure.
And honestly, I want to sue Wet Leg Erin because we came up with legs in the pool, honey, before Wet Leg.
I know, we absolutely did. And I bet they listened to the show and that's where they got the idea.
Wet Leg, for sure.
I'm so fucking tired of people stealing from us.
I am so pissed.
It's like, when is it going to be over?
I agree. We had the podcast groceries and all of a sudden there's grocery stores. I'm just sick of it.
It's insane. You started doing Dateline conceptual things and now that's a show.
Dateline, the TV show. It's bullshit.
She did use the word bum, not asses.
Okay.
But, British. They're a little classier. I don't think they can say ass in The Guardian.
Yeah. They're classier until 5 p.m. when they're all on corners
urinating outside. Yeah. Absolutely. Fucking smoking cigarettes like truck drivers.
Yeah.
Okay, so these performers have cause to be worried about these very normal boundaries that any human being should have. That by them being like, hey, no to this thing that you want to do, audience, that people are going to come at them with shitty attitudes. Even though now more than ever, female musicians are more likely to be hit on stage with random objects.
Yes. That is just crazy behavior.
Disgusting.
Okay.
This is an example from last year. And this is about Miranda Lambert, and fuck her and her politics and the fans that are still sticking around. But let's just...
Oh, is she shitty politically? For some reason, I thought she'd be cool.
Miranda Lambert, I thought, was a Trump supporter.
Is she? That surprises me, but
I
couldn't name one song.
Melanda.
You're thinking Miranda Lambert.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of Carrie Underwood.
Okay. Yeah, Miranda Lambert, I think, is kind of cool, is what I've always thought.
Hold on.
Again, couldn't name one song.
Miranda Lambert inauguration.
Did she sing Pon de Replay? Someone will tell me.
Someone should tell you. Wait, now I don't know.
You might be right. Believe me, I don't have a Google alert for her.
Okay. I don't know enough to... It was Carrie Underwood who performed at the Trump inauguration.
All it says is she's very outspoken about her. She hasn't publicly declared anything ever, but she's very outspoken about LGBTQ community.
Okay, well then I take it back.
She also is
TBD,
outspoken about, I think, supporting the NYPD. So I don't know what to say.
Okay, politics aside, let's talk about Miranda Lambert in a vacuum.
Okay.
Miranda Lambert, artist, musician, singer.
Sure.
Okay.
Fair enough. Do you want me to add to that conversation?
No, that's all. Miranda Lambert, artist, singer, guitar picker.
Yes.
Okay. Stopped a song last year in Vegas because some of her fans close to the stage were trying to take a selfie. Okay. She stopped the show and said, I'm going to stop right here for a sec. These girls are worried about a selfie and not listening to the song, and it's pissing me off a little bit.
I honestly can't blame you.
Hard agree.
Yes.
Hard fucking agree.
I know.
People don't understand how fucking difficult it is to tap into a song that you've sung 100,000 times, make it feel real and powerful in that moment for the enjoyment of your fans, only to be interrupted by people having a fucking flash in your face.
Not to mention, by the way, full agree. Second, someone taking a selfie at a concert also disrupts all the people around
them.
Like, people think that their phones are innocuous and small and no one's paying attention. It ruins the vibe. It just does. I hate it.
I hate going to concerts now unless there's a full no phones rule. I fucking hate it. I don't think people understand how nice it is. And by the way, people our age are worse, almost.
Oh, yeah.
How nice it is to be at a concert, everyone vibing, same vibe, loving the music, being transported to
videos at a concert before, but they're like 10 seconds or less. And I've maybe taken 2 in the span of 2 hours.
Yeah, but the problem is when everyone's doing that, then it's constant phones.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like it's constant phones.
Yeah.
And also, do you watch those videos again?
No.
Yeah. It's like taking pictures of your food. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
It's just an excuse to tap out. I say tap in, babe. That's what I say. But the problem with her stopping the song and admonishing these women is that she got backlash online.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you.
Was it a lot of people being like, my daughter was looking forward to this concert all year?
No, it was like, it was Miranda Lambert's a rude cunt, basically. Okay, let me show you. And everyone's saying how she should have done it. This is the woman. Get ready. This is the woman.
Oh.
Look at Miranda Lambert. Look at Miranda Lambert. Look at this woman.
Yeah, in her direct eye line.
Everyone is watching the show except
she's at a movie or something. She thinks that the people on stage are just fake.
Here's another one before the show.
Oh, and she's having bottle service there? I'm sick.
Yeah. Listen, girl, we get it. You do calf raises.
Yeah. Yeah. By the way,
also, what is this?
Could break up anything.
What? Please explain to me what the left hand is doing. Showing off the ring?
Yes. She's showing off her engagement ring.
Okay, so this is the picture.
My dream came true. He got me bottle service at a Miranda Lambert concert and proposed while I was wearing an ice skating dress.
Ice skating dress. Okay, this is the picture. Can you see it?
Right. Yep.
Okay. So, before
it might have been like a bachelorette party, to be honest with you.
No, it wasn't.
Oh.
No, it wasn't. Okay, I want you to guess. I don't know their jobs, but can you just tell me what you think their jobs are from left
Real
to
estate?
Right?
Let me think. LuLaRoe. Consultants.
I know hers. I know Lifestyle with Adela. I know hers.
Oh, shit. Oh, they're like influencers? Lifestyle influencers?
She's an influencer.
Okay.
Yeah. And then what about the woman in all white?
I couldn't tell you. I have no idea.
I think she owns a lash salon.
Fully.
And then this is someone's cousin.
These are estheticians.
Yes. I think it goes color specialist at the Tony and Guy.
Okay.
And then it's this lady straight up is running the Botox in town.
They've all, by the way, together applied for The Bachelor for the last 10 years.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so if I didn't tell you where they were, could you recognize who's in the background?
No.
So what the fuck is the point of this picture?
It's true. It just looks like they're at a karaoke bar and someone happened to be singing. Or it's honestly, literally, if you showed someone this picture, it'd be like, I don't know who that was in the back. We didn't even realize that till after we took the picture.
No, it's like, I'm sorry, Miranda Lambert looks like a Scooby-Doo ghost, which we all know aren't real ghosts, but it's just a guy named Mr. Wickles doused in radioactive battery acid.
Wearing so many masks.
And he would have gotten away with it too.
Those were like BPA masks. You know what I mean? Like
off-gassing.
You were huffing. You were tripping when you put on those masks.
Yes. So that could be literally anyone in the background.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so you disrupted the show for A, a shit picture. B, no.
Yeah, see, you shouldn't have done the thumbs up because Zoom is going to... But they agree with you. Oh my God. Erin just did a thumbs down and a storm cloud came above her head and started raining.
Wait, there's this one too, I think. Is this one?
Is that supposed to be silly? I don't know, Erin, but I'm glad you did it. Yeah.
Does that do anything? Nope.
Why does Zoom want us to turn on reactions so badly? Every time I open it, it says turn on reactions, turn on reactions. I don't want to.
But it's only on my laptop and there's a way to turn it off.
I like it on yours. I just don't want it on me.
Well, you need it, Gibson. I don't need it.
No, it's just entertaining for me.
Okay, good. Because it happens when I don't want it to happen.
I know. That's why it's entertaining.
People came to their defense online. People came to their defense online. Okay? So just to real quick, these are the victims. Okay? In the situation. Hashtag victims. Okay?
It's truly the richest, whitest people
I've ever seen in my life. Okay? Yeah. This is, but then
Not even a brunette. Maybe one,
There's 3 brunettes and 3 blondes, but let's be real, there's 6 brunettes.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. If we're telling the truth today, yeah.
Let's be fucking real.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also don't know where they're from, but let's just say Dallas or Scottsdale.
Yeah. Scottsdale's good.
Anyway, as far as I'm concerned,
they all look like different versions of like mid-aughts Hayden Panettiere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. They are given heroes vibes. Yeah.
Yes.
So Adela Kalin, who is the blonde ringleader in the skating competition.
Yes. Oksana Bayul.
Yes. She is a 43-year-old social media influencer.
I got to be honest, she looks great.
I'm so happy for her.
I would have thought
She's
33.
an absolute monster.
Yeah.
She said that she was disappointed by Miranda's behavior. Here's what she said.
We're doomed. We really truly are doomed.
I know. Here's what she said. She said they were trying to take photos before the show, but the lighting was so bad.
No.
So they waited till the lighting was better and asked the woman behind them to take the photo near the end of the show. So it disturbed someone else's concert going experience. So you could get your fucking shitty picture. Your shitty ass picture. Okay. Also, maybe if you hadn't wasted so much time asking for solo shots.
Also, like the hubris to be like, not one of them was embarrassed or shamed or did a big gulp when Miranda Lambert called them out. They instantly thought they'd been wronged.
Oh no, they were like, we will clap back. Also, how about this? You're an influencer and you are going to this concert to take these photos to use Miranda Lambert as your fucking internet currency. You are using another woman to bring eyes to your page. You are a fucking leech. You're a leech. Okay. So she said, and you'll be shocked to know, didn't take responsibility for one thing. She said, this is her quote. I felt like I was back at school with the teacher scolding me for doing something wrong and telling me to sit down back in my place.
Well, yeah, if you were doing something wrong, what are they supposed to do?
You're acting disrespectful, bitch. This is what she said. I felt this might be my favorite thing that she said, though. I feel like she was determined to make us look like we were young, immature, and vain. But we are just grown women in our 30s to 60s trying to take a picture.
Oh, my God.
Honey, she's literally like, one of us is old. I don't know why you need to give us an age range.
5 of us are 30 and 1 of us is 60.
5 of us say we're 30. Yes. We are 30 to 60 years old. We're women of 30 years.
Yeah. There's 30
years between us.
How could we be vain?
And let's be real. Okay. Let's be real. We know what this bitch on the left must have done before the concert.
Honestly.
Because honestly, that's who the 60-year-old is. And she's never going to let her fucking forget it.
Honestly, 60-year-old, you got to get out of this friend group.
You need to run
Exit to
fast.
the left.
30s. We are women in our 30s to 60s just trying to take a picture. All we were doing is going to a Miranda Lambert concert, bragging about how much money we had dropped, interrupting someone else's time to take a picture with a ghost version of Miranda Lambert. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Yeah.
And that people were like, Miranda Lambert's the rude one?
That's pretty crazy.
You paid to come see this person perform and you're not even fucking watching her. Go home.
Yeah.
Go the fuck home. Nobody wants you there.
By the way, the jury's out really on Miranda Lambert's political affiliation. She's never really made it public. People got upset that she was on a lineup with Jason Aldean and Kid Rock for something. But then she's also very supportive of her gay brother. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
I mean,
I get it with her being annoyed by this. Totally get it.
Also, Miranda Lambert, like, I'll tell you what, it might be time to come clean about how you feel politically because, like,
I mean, now would be the time.
These are your Trump fans.
Without question.
These are your Trump supporting fans.
Yes.
Who are going to be like, I will act badly regardless of what you think. And if you try to even fucking step to me, I will bring a world of pain to you from the internet.
And by the way, these are all not the right women. Like Hillary wasn't the right woman. Kamala's not the right woman. Like one of those. Of course, I'd vote for a woman. Just not. These haven't been the right ones.
Yes.
Those are those.
Yes, I don't need someone telling me I also to be so triggered by school. It's like my teacher said I did something wrong. You think because you're old that you're fucking infallible?
That is pretty.
Or that you're
It's
mature?
like when I did something wrong and my teacher got annoyed. Yeah. You started it, bish. You just said when I did something wrong.
I would not want to be her cashier at the grocery store.
No way.
Tell you that much.
Me neither. I would not want to be in any customer service position dealing with any one of these.
Unless shout out to my new salon in Vancouver. I was like, what's your, we were getting a chat. We were chatty. And I said, what's your policy here with bad clients? She goes, the owner does not stand for it. She'll fire them herself and she loves it.
Great. You can't be nice. All you ever want to do is, which is noble. If people are behaving badly, you want that wrong right.
I give people one chance.
Yeah.
And then I go, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. No, whatever. Other way.
Great new merch idea right there. Erin.
Me.
Happy Pride Month. It's Yay! June 1st. We're recording today. It's Pride Month. Very exciting. And I got to tell you.
It's not Pride Month everywhere though, right?
Mostly yes. Not everywhere, but in many places. And certainly most places in the States. Yes, it is.
Okay, good.
I have to tell you, this really is a year where I am going to show up for Pride, which is something I don't normally do. I get it. It's crowded. The parade is too long. Someone is always blasting music in a portable speaker next to you that conflicts with the music that's being blasted by whatever float Lisa Vanderpump's riding. Like, it's hot. There's glitter all over your body for a week, even though you explicitly made sure that no one you went to Pride with or around you had glitter on. But I got to tell you, this is the year. Show up anyway. For annoying as it can be, for as really unrelenting as it can feel, for as auditory as it can blast your eardrums out, all of it is a scary time to be queer in this country, which is exactly why I think this year we really should be showing up for Pride. Buy something from a queer vendor at Pride. Donate to the local Pride Center. If there's a Pride Village in your Pride that's $15, $20, even if you spend 2 minutes in there and you can afford it, pay the fee and go in. Clap for the drag queens, scream for whatever performers are there, and go not just because it's fun, because by the way, it actually is fun, but because this is a celebration this year that really, really, really matters. With all of this corporate backlash and corporations stepping out of Pride festivities and funding, which I will address because I do think there's actually good and bad to that. A, thanks for showing us your ass. And B, maybe it's not the worst idea in the world for things to go back the way they were when Pride was a riot. You understand? And a protest.
Yes.
More than a celebration, which it should still be a celebration. But let's be honest. These corporations that have backed out of Prides this year, which are many, are just showing us who they were. You were with us when the money was good. And then you aren't now that, not that the money's not good anymore, but now that like you're scared of Trump. Let's just call a spade a spade. And some places are saying, oh, we're not spending the money because we're nervous about tariffs. No, girl. Believe me. Anheuser-Busch, you're spending the money. You're spending the money, period.
Oh, you're still at the fucking rodeo.
Exactly. So let's just call it what it is. But we all know that Pride really did start as a protest, did start as a riot. It's always been about those things, even, honestly, even up until this year and really including this year, except, recent Prides have incorporated definitely much more joy, much more partying, which those things are totally valid. And we need those things also really more than ever. We need the riot more than ever, and we need the happiness more than ever.
Mm-hmm.
Especially in a year where over 700 anti-LGBTQ plus bills have been introduced in the US. We have seen pride flags being banned in public buildings for the first time ever in some states. Now, some states are being clever. For instance, we talked about what's happening in Utah and in Salt Lake City about how they're incorporating pride flags to become state flags. But I think where the corporate sponsorship leaving has really left a dearth is that this year, there really needs to be at all these Pride festivities higher security. And a lot of that money was being funneled to that.
Yeah.
And so that's maybe where it has sucked seeing, because a lot of Prides this year are being underfunded. For instance, New York City Pride, which is the biggest Pride festival that I will be going to this year.
Wait, so did you say LA or New York? LA or New York?
I'll be at the New York one because I think LA one is happening this weekend, which I'm not in LA. But the New York City Pride is the largest Pride Fest. Last year, 2.5 million people were there, which again gives me heart palpitations, but it's worth it. I'm going. And this year, companies that withdrew their support included MasterCard, Pepsi, Nissan, Citibank, PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Nissan. Also, come on, Nissan. Yeah. Nobody gives, first of all, didn't care, don't care.
What does that mean?
Are they still making cars? What are they doing?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't
Is the
powerful.
Altimas still like doing it? I used to think Altimas were so sexy. I'm not even
I know, me
you.
too.
I thought when someone drove an
I
Altima,
do like Pathfinders.
I was like, class and a half. And Pathfinders were pretty hot too.
Pathfinders were the thing in high school. If you were rich, you had a Pathfinder.
If you were rich, you had a Pathfinder. It's so true. Oh my God. Well, the New York Times said that 25% of New York's corporate Pride donors have canceled or scaled back their support. Funny enough, by the way, there are corporate sponsors who are still giving money who have said, we don't want any signage. We don't want anyone to know that we're doing this. We want to be essentially angel investors and silent investors because we don't want any backlash for us getting, which to me, fine, girl. Like, if you want to give me the money and don't take credit for it, that's on you. I would rather not, I don't know, fucking Pepsi tell me they're for me when they're not. I'll just take the money.
The other fucked up thing is that they're dictating the terms of their transparency based on whether or not they think it's good for them. When really, if you wanted to give to Pride events in the first place, you wouldn't care either way.
And see, that's the issue, is that both of us, I think, have certainly been critical of the pink washing in October and even the rainbow washing or whatever you want to call it in June during Pride Month, because it does just become about corporations selling more and trying to essentially cash in with the LGBTQ plus community. So there is definitely a contingent to sort of like, listen, like, would it be the worst thing in the world for corporate pullout to happen? I think the problem is that some of the prides have grown so large in scale that they actually now do rely on this money to have security, to have all these things. Like when you're talking millions of people, it just is a different story. But I don't know. It just is, it's just changed a lot. But it does give us as queer people and as allies a chance to really recalibrate in terms of maybe thinking a bit more about, okay, what do we want this to be? Is this an opportunity for us to make this more of a community-based effort, to really make it for us and by us and not be beholden to anybody in terms of how it works? But I guess the other issue is there have been Pride scares before. World Pride is actually in Washington, D.C. this year, which I think these things are planned years in advance. There's something called World Pride, Erin, where every 2 years, a new city around the world hosts it.
Yeah.
And serendipitously, I think in a good way, it's in D.C. this year because the call's coming from inside the house. Let's go to the house.
Yep.
But what's scary about being, I think, a World Pride attendee is that so many countries have been issued warnings about traveling to the United States. Mm-hmm. And so that does put people in a very precarious position because it just brings concern about trans people coming to the United States, non-binary people coming to the United States. How would they be allowed to enter the country even? Not to mention that people are even scared to come here in case they're not allowed to come back in. Obviously, we know that people are scared to leave the States in case they're not allowed to come back in. People don't feel safe coming here any longer. So I don't know. It is definitely something of concern. Not to mention, I didn't realize this, but I guess every year the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security issue safety advisories ahead of Pride Month, essentially saying like, I think it might even just be symbolic, but the FBI and the Department of Homeland Security called for heightened collective safety and public solidarity, and for visibility and for vulnerable people, and to protect the spaces, the queer spaces. The FBI and Department of Homeland Security have done this before. The FBI and the Department of Homeland Security, for the first time in a while, have not done it this year. And they also won't respond to calls to do it. So they're basically saying, we're not interested in the public safety during these Pride events, or at least we're not going to discuss it with you. So, which is disheartening.
Yeah.
It's very difficult when you realize like the government and the country don't necessarily have your backs, but this really is a test of ourselves, what we're made of and what we're willing to show up for. Because by the way, here's the thing with having really large Pride parades. I do think that there is a trickle-down effect into smaller Pride parades and emboldening them. I do think seeing images from the giant Pride parades in a place like New York or at World Pride or DC or even in Tokyo, in other countries and for smaller places in those countries, like there is a trickle-down effect. I do believe it. I do think there's something to be said to have giant Pride visibility. I also think there's something to be said about having them more community-based.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say, honestly, even if you hate parades, why don't you go an hour before it starts and just buy a ticket to something and then let someone else have the ticket?
Yeah. Yeah. Or donate to the parade. You know,
absolutely.
Like, oftentimes if you have mobility issues, it's really hard to attend these things. So
that's right.
Maybe I don't know, give to anybody making the event virtual.
But I will say this, for anyone who is feeling like I have felt in the past a little cynical about showing up for a parade like this, just do it. Just do it.
I love that tagline. And you should use it for like all your things. It's like a cool.
Just do it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. I'll think about it.
What do you think? Think about it.
I'll think about it. I just need a business.
Yeah.
Ow, my feet hurt. You know what I need is a new pair of shoes. Hey, wait a second.
Do you think you could have come up with a
And you know, cool, I've been reading my
original idea?
Book.
What's that?
Erin, I gotta go make my goddess's book.
What's that?
My soulmate, my sister, my goddess.
What?
What?
What are you saying?
Hello?
My soulmate, my sister, my goddess? That's a
the
book?
I'm reading right now. Oh
Tell
my gosh,
me,
you're going to die.
I hope not.
Is this hysterical?
Ricola?
Yeah, I have bought a little thing of Ricola.
Oh, they're all loose in there.
What about Ricola? Just do it. Would that work?
I love it. Yeah. Just do it. That's a joke for old people.
That is honestly the funniest thing I've heard in probably a year. Just do it.
Bryan, we got some iTunes, Patreon, Spotify reviews.
That's right. We certainly did.
Wait.
Sophie's Choice now appearing on iTunes.
Before we get into it, do you want to tell people how to get tickets to your friend's show again?
Oh, and by the way, yes, because I don't know if it'll still be happening, but there was a flash sale. If you go to my link at bryanselfie.com or on my link tree and you're planning on going to Edinburgh, if you use the code FRINGEFLASH at checkout, the Wednesday tickets are $6 for like the next week if you buy them now.
Hit it.
So go get them, girl.
Amy Trine.
Yeah.
Amy Trine?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Oh my God, more
This
Yonkers
is a Yonkers.
Updates.
Okay. All right. Okay, Erin, I live in Northwest Yonkers near Hastings-on-Hudson. I love all of these words together, by the way.
Everything sounds gorgeous so far.
A beautiful wooded trail, the old Croton Aqueduct Trail, runs by our house, and we can see the Hudson River and the Palisades.
This is our privilege, Erin. We only think Pacific Palisades, but I guess there's Palisades in other places.
Oh, I guess there's Palisades in other places. Yeah. From our front porch, I haven't seen owls, but I've seen all kinds of birds, including eagles. I'm telling you, find me in Yonkers in 10 years. Raccoons, opossums, also known as possums, deer, groundhogs, and coyotes. And yes, the city is just a mere 30 to 45 minute ride away on Metro North.
Honestly, Erin, now I'm sold on Yonkers.
Okay. Back when I lived in Brooklyn and matched with my now fiance on OkCupid, I was reluctant to meet him because I thought Yonkers was such a dumb name for a town and I didn't want to be associated with it. I'm glad I got over it.
Get over it.
Is this I will tell you, I'm on Zillow looking at Yonkers.
Now, are you willing to not be so myopic and to open up your worldview to just birds? Or does this still have to be owls?
They don't have to be birds of prey. I like beautiful little sparrows.
Okay.
I need nature.
Sarah Martin about the Dateline said, no, this isn't Dateline, is it? Thank you for covering the Braidwood case. That's your shoe, wasn't it? Or was it mine? Guys, I don't remember anything. I'm the director of a large public health agency in the last
If anybody can help us remember what this person is talking about.
I don't remember one thing about what we record. Last few months have been a wild ride. Oh my God, working in public health, I can only imagine. Not wild like Salome and the Seven Veils, but still pretty absurd. It's exhausting to have to fight our existence, but all I really needed was a good laugh cry at this auto-tuned anti-ACA secession aria to remember why we do what we do. Do you remember that, Erin? Like Texans against Obamacare?
Okay, yes, now I remember. Now I remember. Okay.
Appreciate you both so much.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'll tell you what our superpower is right now. And this is unfortunately why we're very good at being in the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry is the most toxic, mean, hard, use your dreams against you. I dare you to give up. I dare you to quit, crying at work scenario. If we can bring laughter to you while you're going through your own dysfunctional television show set, which is now the U.S. government.
Yeah, right.
We're very good at it. We're the people who, when our parents were fighting, would come out in a wig and do little plays. We've been trained for this our whole lives. What else can I say?
Nothing.
That's it. Dan says in Europe, they have Czech Budweiser, which is a completely different company. They make different Bohemian style beer. Now, I didn't know that Budweiser was Bohemian style.
Me neither.
The American company was originally a poor imitation of Bohemian style beer after the founder went on a trip, and it's even worse now. Okay, well, this makes sense because, again, America steals everything.
They probably say Czech Budweiser.
Yeah, they probably do. I'd like to have it.
I would too. It sounds good, actually. I think I'm going to have a beer tonight. Is that crazy?
I don't think so. I'm going to see if I can get Czech Budweiser in Canada.
Jenny Couchman said, Brian's worried for anyone who listens. We're worried for him. It's a reciprocal circle of anxiety for each other. Queer friendship at its finest. Thank you, Jenny. Jeremy Stacy.
I don't know. I don't like the way you said Jenny. I think you should say it like they do in Forrest Gump.
Jenny?
Yeah.
Thank you, Jenny. Jeremy Stacy, a.k.a. Goonie79, said, when I was little, I went to give my dad a straw, and he said, I don't use no sissy stick.
Cool.
He sounds
sissy stick.
Hot.
Sissy stick.
About the Dateline this week, Michelle Malinowski said, like I said in comments during last night's watch party, if you told me that bunk/couch/bed/blackout curtain stitch was a frat house, I'd believe you 100%. Jackson Reynolds von Matre says, those are grotesques, not gargoyles. Gargoyles are water spouts. Well, don't blame me.
I didn't write the voiceover.
That's right.
Okay, this is straight from Orlando, Florida.
Yes, that's right. You want to read it?
Okay, yeah. Okay. I am from Orlando, and Club Orlando is not a gym. It is a gay bathhouse. There is a small room with workout equipment, but is mainly a bathhouse for gay men with private rooms, showers, and pools. Also, I live near Disney Park, and I fully remember the house in the story because I would take walks past it and always thought the gargoyles were so weird. This episode was so much fun to listen to. Wow. Andrew with the inside scoop.
Andy Billstone, separate than Andrew Henderson, says, fun El Paso and Woody Harrelson fact. I already know this fact. In 1979, an infamous El Paso drug trafficker hired Woody Harrelson's father to kill a federal judge. Yes, I knew. There's no clear connection to the story except that Woody Harrelson is briefly mentioned in Brian's from El Paso. I think it's worthy. Paul said that call was full long legs. I was expecting there she is, the almost birthday girl, which I have to assume is from. The almost birthday girl.
Is Long Legs worth a watch?
Honestly, yes, because there's so many dolls and wigs in it, including Nicolas Cage's wig.
Am I going to rip my cuticles off from fear?
It is really creepy. It is creepy, but it's silly too. It's both, but it is creepy.
Okay.
And Micah Monroe to me is so watchable. I love that the actress in it. And Alicia Witt is in it.
Okay. All right. That'll change things for me. Well, we'll see you all next week. And as always, you can go on Patreon.
And it's directed by the nerd. Did you ever see Legally Blonde?
Yeah.
The guy who plays the nerd with the glasses.
Is the director?
Yes. And also his father was Anthony Perkins, the star of Psycho.
I know Anthony Perkins.
Yeah.
I've heard of that guy.
Yeah.
You can go to patreon.com/attitudes and honestly just drown in content. We have
so much.
This new thing we're doing this week, as we mentioned, Zsa Zsa Gabor and
Bob Mackie.
Auditions,
which we're going to see about those.
Yeah. Also Bryan's incredible datelines and then all the ad-free episodes and also stuff from the vault.
And not to mention, if you really want to go in the vault, before Erin started doing this new thing we're doing, she did Columbo. And before that, she did Dolls.
Yeah.
We covered the history of several different dolls. Okay.
And if I hadn't run out of material, I would have kept going forever.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Go to patreon.com/attitude. See you there.